it's Travita with Cups and Conversations. I just wanted to pop on here today and kind of do some about me conversations, tell you a little bit about myself. But first, I want to talk about my cup. So, today my cup is this kind of sea green kind of color. It's highly insulated, it stays warm forever. I put some chai tea in here a while ago and it is still hot with steam coming out of it. So I love this cup. It's also one of my favorite ones to take to work because I can make my coffee, and then even if I don't get right to it, by the time I get to it, it's still hot, even a couple hours later. It's amazing. This one says built on it. I don't know what that means, but that's what it says. So today I just want to talk a little bit about me, and I want to talk about mommyhood. I've said on here before that I am a mother and I have 4 children, but sometimes motherhood can be a challenge, and so I want to talk about how it's delightful but also difficult. So I got married about 12 years ago, and I was working in the school system. I was trained to be a teacher, but I knew I wanted to stay home with my kids. So when I got pregnant, I knew, okay, I'm going to stay home now, which was shortly after I got married. So I stayed home for 10 years. And during that time, I homeschooled my children. You know, I took them to the park and I played with them and did all of those things. And it was very wonderful because there's nothing like having children around, even if they're not your own children. It's just nothing like having the innocence of children and all their little jokes and learning how to walk and their favorite foods and spitting it out. I love all of that. And so I did that for a very long time. And then I went into homeschooling once my little one got into kindergarten. And then I realized, because by that point, he was in kindergarten, but then I still had a little baby, or I might have been pregnant. And so then that added that another layer of difficulty to my life. And then as I piled on the kids one after another, I was like, what did I get myself into with all these children? It was very challenging in terms of, you know, as a mom, sometimes you feel that guilt of, I need to have my house clean, I need to have my dinner put on the table by the time my hubby gets home, and some of that stuff just doesn't happen, and I just think we need to just let it go and give ourselves a little bit more grace in the area of motherhood and mothering and being a manager of a house when you have little people involved, because they do consume a lot of that time. And I just see, you know, for a lot of times I wanted those years to go by quickly, like, I wish they could walk. I wish they could go to sleep through the night. I wish this and that. And I just saw how quickly that time has passed. And so now my oldest is 11. And then I have a 9-year-old, and I have a 7-year-old, and I have a 6-year-old. So that time just went by. And of course they're sleeping through the night and all that kind of stuff. And now we have new challenges of the way that they're feeling and the way that they're taking in life and the way that they're processing. And I want to be able to talk with them about some of the difficulties that happen in life from a place of, I've been there before. Like, I've been there. This is not brand new information, but let's sit down and talk about it. And so one of the things I talk to my children about is journaling their feelings, writing down their feelings. And if they're too young to write, then I encourage them to draw a picture, or to paint, or let's do Play-Doh, or something like that, manipulative wise, where they can kind of talk about how they're feeling. And this has really helped us as a family to be able to communicate how we're feeling. Even me as a mother, sometimes it's like, you know what, I blew it. I yelled at you and I shouldn't have done that. I was angry about something else and I took it out on you, and I'm sorry. And sometimes just saying I'm sorry goes a really long way in a relationship, not just with children, but your spouse, your family members, your friends. Saying I'm sorry can just go a long way. So I just thought that I would share some of those things with you. If you have any questions about that, or you want to tell me a little bit about yourself, I would love to hear it. Please click the subscribe button, hit the bell, and like my videos if you like what you're seeing. See you later.